Hello everyone, I'm Mitch and welcome to another video, and today I'm showing you a redstone tutorial on the midnight indicator. What is the midnight indicator? Well, that's this thing over here. Quite simple design, and I think you guys are gonna like it. So when in Minecraft is it exactly midnight? Well, I have a command block set up here, time set midnight. If we press that, it will set the time to 18,000. That is also when the sun is right below us, dead center, and the moon right above us, also dead center. So this is how we know it is midnight. And yes, I do have the daylight cycle turned off right now. And if you want to see it on a clock, well, that is when the moon over here is kind of in a crescent shape, and there are 3 blue pixels over here and over here. So I just set the time today, and now let's actually activate game rule daylight cycle. Okay, so now the sun and the moon actually start moving, as you can see. And let's set the time to 13,000, which is actually when this machine starts to kick in slowly. Not exactly at 13,000, but you'll see when it kicks in. This repeater will turn on, this torch will turn off, this piston will retract. So you'll see when that happens. There. It just kicked in. So now this chest is gonna empty, and once it is emptied and all the items have gone into this dropper, this will turn on. So I'm just gonna stand over here and yep, let's see what happens. Alright, and that means it's midnight, so right below us, right above us, and as you can see, well, yep, there it is, crescent shape, and 3 pixels on each side. Of course, it did move kind of, because, well, it takes some time to actually move. But, let's see, let's copy this command block, and actually put it over here. So now it will actually turn off the daylight cycle once it hits midnight. And we'll just stand back, don't worry about the torch, that will go off. As soon as it hits, yep, there it goes off. Now the timer starts, and this will turn on at midnight. This time I won't do a time lapse, I'll just cut to the point. Okay, it turned to false, meaning that now we can check the exact time, and yep, just like before. Same locations, and this time you can see the clock representing the proper time. But in case you're wondering what the exact time is, it's 8 ticks past midnight. Yeah, if I remove one item out of this chest over here, it will actually not indicate at midnight. So this is actually the closest that midnight is gonna get. So that is the machine right there, but I'm sure you're wondering the first question that I have, and that is, how do I build this? Well, let me show you how to build it and what you need exactly to build this. So I've already planned it out. This is exactly all the stuff you need. Just these items, and not 64 of each, but rather 19 stacks plus 18 blocks and 8 stacks plus 27 blocks. And I'll show you in the tutorial where these go. But yes, let's take these items right here. And let's start building this. So, let's first remove the beds, of course, and let's start building this. So, the first thing we want to do is place down an daylight sensor. There we go. With comparators over here. This one on subtract mode. And then a chest over here. Then we want to put down a block over here with a torch on it. And next to the torch we're going to put down a sticky piston. On this block right here we're going to put our redstone repeater, a block, and a torch against the block. Next up, break this block, go below and place down your observer so that the redstone output is actually facing down. And then next to the sticky piston, just place one facing down with the redstone going up. Just place down a random block over here, we can remove it in a second. A dropper facing upwards, and a dropper facing towards the torch, to this direction. Now break this block, put on a hopper against the dropper, so above the torch, and put a chest on top of the hopper. Next place a block over here, and a redstone comparator taking an output from this hopper. Put a block on the face of the comparator with a redstone torch on it, and that's the machine itself. Next we are gonna have to fill these chests. So in the first chest we place down, we want to place our stone. So 19 stacks, which is 2 full rows, plus 1, and then 18. There we go. And for the next chest, we want to have 8 plus 27. There we go. And of course, don't forget that this needs to be in night mode, so just right click. And that's the machine done. Now, yes, you are gonna hear a lot of clicking, so make sure to either put your block sounds low, get a resource pack that actually makes this quieter, or just put this somewhere where you will not hear it. Now you might notice that this torch is on, and that's because there's nothing in this hopper yet. So you can just take one item, put it in there, and we'll turn it off. But you can also just let this run, and the night and day light cycle will do it for you. Next question, can sleeping break this machine? And no, it can't. So I'm already having the machine running, so let's just go to bed. And you'll see that before the light turns on, we'll wake up, and the machine will reset itself. So all items are still going back into this chest, and therefore it will not break. Why would I build this machine? Well, first of all, why not? You just watch a tutorial on it, might as well give it a try, you know. But also, maybe you want to, I don't know, celebrate something. Like, for a MogiCraft episode that I'm currently recording, I needed something that would tell me exactly when it hits midnight. But I couldn't find anything out there, so I had to design this. And maybe if you want to celebrate your, I don't know, Minecraft birthday or the anniversary of a world you're in, well, this might be the machine for you. How can I break this machine? Well, not exactly sure why you would want to break it, but yeah, I know a few ways. It's not that difficult actually. It's quite simple, and you just need to yeah, place it in the right position and just hope it doesn't explode the machine over there. Yeah, that looks like it's broken it. But in the case of redstone, it's very difficult to break. But I would say that if you change the time, for example, like if you add some time, then this will not strike at midnight. Like, we can go to midnight right now, and as you can see, it did not turn on. It will only turn on once this chest is finally empty. So that's quite a lot of time later. But setting a different time would only be possible in creative, so if you're gonna do something in creative, then you might as well just use a command block, a button, and just take a redstone output from there. Question number 5 is, can the same design be used for other times of the day? Well, yes, but then you're gonna have to change quite a few things around. For example, the items in this chest might not be the same. This daylight center might either be on day or night time, depending on whenever your time is. And the items in this chest will most likely be very different as well. So be careful with that. On to our final question of the day, and that is, what if I don't want a constant redstone signal? So what I mean by that is, you see the light, and yes, it does stay on for quite some time. But what you can do, for example, is taking a dropper, a hopper, and a redstone comparator. And let's see, instead of having this light over here, you can put down dropper, hopper, redstone comparator, put something in there, and that's it. It will now just give one tick of redstone, so it's gonna flash the light instead. And that is gonna be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to get notified. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye!